Hello, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. What's up, F Squad? Yeah, cute, right? Here at the Bougie Chronicles, as usual, we focus on being over 40, fit, fine, and fabulous. So it's Saturday. I'm doing my long walk. Actually, today, sometimes I add some weights to my walk just because, I'm trying to get an impact. So I just started out this morning walk. It's a better day. It's not as gloomy as yesterday, which is fantastic. It's nice and cool, not too hot yet, especially in the summer. I try to walk in the morning because sometimes it gets a little too sticky, too uncomfortable that you don't want to go out. So today, before I started my walk rather, I weighed myself. Usually I weigh myself after my walk, but today, just for the heck of it, I wanted to weigh myself before my walk. Now, as I told you the last time, the scale plays mind games on you. One day it's lower, next day it's higher, but I mean, it's trending downwards, so that's silver lining is it's still going down with the direction in which I want it to go. You could be wanting it to go up, who knows? But it's trending in the right direction. But if you're only focusing on the scale number, it'd be a little frustrating because every time you look down, okay, so last week it was 52.5, yay! Today it was 55, 155. Oh, not 52.5. Oh shoot, that I don't think I'd be alive at that weight, but 152.5 pounds. Today it was 155, so it was 2 pounds extra. But that's expected because it plays those games. But however, it's still trending down. So don't get discouraged if it fluctuates. I mean, I not only weigh myself, but I measure myself, and that's more accurate because, I mean, depending on when you measure when you eat and when you don't eat, it's going to look different, especially because I have diastasis. I'm still working on healing my diastasis, diastasis recti, diastasis, but whatever. My separation of my lining on my abs due to pregnancy and the pressure that it created. The thing about it is you can't power through it. Your body will let you know when it's ready to heal yourself. Push-ups and extreme workouts just make it worse. Your tummy just bulges even more, so you kind of have to do gentle exercises. Which is why I'm not necessarily focusing on doing that, just kind of buying time and giving my stomach muscles more time to heal, because apparently they need more healing. And then also not very patient with gentle exercises, deep. For the transverse abdominals, you gotta target the deep muscles. So I focus on other things, lose the weight, because even when I was trying to work on them and you still had all this extra weight, you couldn't even see any progress. So I decided I'm gonna get to it. I'll incorporate it slowly, but it's not my main focus, so it won't be a bone of contention or something that frustrates me, because it just has a mind of its own. But it really does fluctuate, and sometimes irritatingly so, because you're expecting to see a lower number, but voila, there's a higher number. Ugh. But anyhow, it's not really a problem because I have lost like a ton of weight anyway. It's still more than 10 pounds, well, 15 or whatever pounds. whole bunch of pounds, and I'm still losing. And that's the thing with walking. It's not a magic pill. You don't wake up the next morning and voila, ooh, you lost 100 pounds. Nope. You're gonna put in the work, go through the fluctuations, but it's gonna trend down as you go. Oh, disclaimer. Before you start walking and doing all this fit, finest, fabulous motivation, make sure you consult your doctor, your therapist, the stars, the universe, whoever it is that is an authority that you trust when it comes to your health. Consult. Make sure that you're good to go, good to take walks, or good to exercise. This is just my experience walking. So if you have particular medical challenges, you may want to speak to someone about them and talk to them about if you should or should not walk, or how far you should go. You have to build up to some things. You're gonna have to build up sometimes. I don't know. Start with just one lap around the football field, then two, but you're gonna have to build up, and that's perfectly okay, as long as you gotta mask up. Yeah. As long as you are as long as you're consistent and continuing to walk or exercise or yoga or whatever it is, that you are continuing with your chosen course of action. Very important. Very important. So anyhow, what's the last book I read? Or listened to? Reread rather, or be listened to, was The 4 Agreements. I like it. Not as much as the Atomic Habits though, but I like it. Good read. Definitely, gives you a different way to look at things that is potentially helpful. The 4 Agreements being, what are they now? Be impeccable with your word. Always speak the truth. Don't take things personal. Don't assume, never assume. Always do your best. Sounds pretty easy, but can be very difficult, because sometimes we lie just to fit in. Someone asks you, how do I look? And for you, they don't look great, but what are you going to say? Tempted to just say, good, and keep it moving, or do you tell them the truth? So I guess in little things and in big things, be impeccable. Always keep your word. If you do it, I think life is so much easier, because you don't have to remember the truth. Lies, you have to kind of remember them and keep them coordinated, because then you get caught in a lie. So be impeccable, definitely. The second one, don't take things personal. The truth is, most people do what they do because of things going on in their own personal lives. It's never really about other people. Well, sometimes it is. It appears to be. But there's a temptation to take things personal. Something happens, it's usually like, how dare they do this to me? I mean, that's more ego talking, but it's just about what's going on in their life for the most part. They're not really thinking about you. They're just living their life. Yeah, it affects your life, but it's usually people, we are generally very egotistic. We are me people. I mean, we don't want to accept it, but it's human nature. So you're less frustrated in life, I guess, when you don't take it personal. And sometimes, even in families, I realized that, there was a point where people did shit and the family was just like, what the hell? But they weren't necessarily thinking about me or how it affected me. They were doing them. So if you don't take things personal and act accordingly in a way that benefits you, you are less frustrated. Don't assume. I think we get into trouble a lot of times because, firstly, if we take things personal because we're assuming it's about us, we're already in trouble. So don't assume, especially with human interactions. Ask the question, what is this? What happened? Just, not aggressively or in a confrontational manner, but just ask the question before you make a judgment. And I think a lot of times you find that it really wasn't what you thought it was, or they weren't really thinking about you. It just wasn't personal. And lastly, do your best. That's all you can do, is your very best. Even in walking, if you can do your very best is a lap, hey, you do that lap as best you can, because you're going to keep improving. So I think in life it's always good to be open to listening to other ways of doing things. Just be open-minded. You're not going to agree with everything, and you don't have to agree with everything. You may find a few things that work for you and a few things that don't. Pick out what works, leave out what doesn't. It's not, it's not a punishment. But anyhow, that's it for now, because we are past our 10 minutes. So, from me to you, it's toodles. Thank you for stopping by Bougie Chronicles, where we focus on being fit, fine, and fabulous. Yes, I'm talking to you, F Squad. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for pressing that notification button. We are going to be 10,000 strong before we even know it. Alrighty, you have a good day. Bye.